All right, Absolute Blaster full case. Everybody in the room. For how much? For $40 in group break credit. Guess the short print of the case. Explosion or Kaboom? Who wants $40 to guess something? College game day. All right, guys, I got to tell you, all I've paid attention to is the Canelo fight and NFL. What are the big games in college today? What are the big college games today? I know Buckeye will know. USC Colorado? Damn, I wish I had that on. What was the spread in that game? Buckeye. How big of a favorite was SC or is SC? What, 35, 40? I should turn that game on. I got. Why so low? If Oregon was the same favorite, why? Oregon's better than SC? Huh? I'm confused. It's Caleb. I gotta get that game on. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Yeah, pardon my ignorance, guys. You guys know I don't know. I'm not that crazy with college football. Well, I would have bet SC. Oh, it's in Colorado. That's why. All right, let me reline the football break. No one's dropping for it yet. There's the redrop for Bowman. Guys, we're going to do the Bowman first for a random team, and then we'll get into Mosaic Choice random team after that. All right? But for now, you're going to get Bowman Chrome University random team, full case, and the Mosaic Choice we'll do is the pick your team break. It is sold out. It is full. Yes, Buckeye, that is true. I read about it this morning. Yes, they changed. Thank God. Actually, that's one of the best moves I've seen. It's like the rule didn't make sense. It's like it doesn't matter what sport you gamble on, but if it's on team property, like you're screwed, it just doesn't make sense. I don't get it, but I don't get what that rule was for. You know? It almost seemed like that rule was just on a straight gambling deterrent to deter their players from gambling, period. Maybe because the players are together with each other at the facilities, there could be information being spread, which would make them bet. I don't know. It was a dumb rule, and it's a very, very good. It's a very good rule change. 2 games is great. That's the new rule, Buckeye. If you're caught gambling at all on team property, it's 2 games now. But this is the best part. I love what they did here. If you are caught gambling on the NFL, or no, not at the NFL, I think it's on your team. It's like, or something like that. It's 2 years minimum, which is awesome. Now that's good stuff. It's either on your team or just on the NFL in general. It's 2 years. First offense, which it should be. Which it should be. Which it should be, because think about it. Like, how much information do you think those players are privy to? And it's not about protecting the casinos or bookies. It's about, that's a slippery slope from becoming inside information into trying to alter games to win bets. It's just, you cannot have athletes betting on their own team or their own sport. You just can't. You just freaking can't. You are asking for a world of hurt with your league, in my opinion. It was crazy, Buckeye. Hey, look, I gotta be honest. You guys are not gonna agree with this, but I don't even know if I agree with it, but I think I do. I don't even know if professional athletes should be allowed to gamble. Like on sports bet. I don't mean gamble, I mean sports bet. Sorry. I mean sports bet. I don't know. I just think it's a better idea for athletes, professional athletes on professional teams to not be allowed. But maybe that's a little too harsh, but I don't know. You know what I think about? What is it, Mike Trout? Isn't Mike Trout like a massive Eagles fan? I know it sounds ridiculous to say he would talk to a player and have them adjust their play for a bet. I know it sounds ridiculous, but in all honesty, how ridiculous is that concept in general? Is it ridiculous? I don't know. Obviously, it would never be somebody like Mike Trout, but you never know. You know, you never, because that's the way I think of it. I think of it in the slippery slope, you know, foundation, which is that it doesn't mean it could happen today, but you could see it happening in the future, allowing these guys to bet on sports. You never know what football player or baseball player is going to have a connection to a basketball player. And, you know, get deep in gambling and getting, you know, want to win a game. And look, player props, right? A basketball player could say to a football player, "Oh, if you get over this many yards or you get under this many yards, I'll win a huge bet." Like, you never know. It's just better to just keep it all out. You guys agree? I could totally understand if you don't. So I'm not even sure if I agree with myself on it. But I just feel like I could totally see that happening in the future, right? Like some basketball player is a huge sports bettor, right? And he's a fan of a certain team. Like Mike Trout is a fan of the Eagles. Like a basketball player is a fan of a football team, and they're betting a huge prop in football, and that player they're betting the prop on is a friend. Like, what does it take for him to be like, just joking around, like just joking around? Oh, why don't you? You know what? Make sure you go over this many yards. Right? Thank you, Andrew. What do you think about that, Andrew?
What's that? Which one?
You know they changed. You saw the banning. They have them changing the banning in the NFL.
To what? Of what?
Sports gambling.
They changed the banning?
In a good way, in a very good way. Perfect change. You know how Jameson Williams got suspended for like 6 or 8 games because he bet on team property on a different sport?
Now
that's gone. 2 games now.
In fact, next week.
Two games now.
Same thing with Ridley or no?
But if you bet on either your own team in the NFL as a football player or another game in the NFL, 2 years minimum. I love it. It's fantastic.
I don't hate that rule.
But I was saying to them, I don't think professional athletes should be allowed to gamble on sports, to sports bet. I don't.
See, that's the thing. If you're gonna, if the times are changing, like technology is different. If you're gonna let them bet on games, then you have to do it with the new way that you just described. So at least if they bet on their own game, then they get max punished, and if they don't, then it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
But
and it's not a fine. It's not anything. Dude, you can't play. It's great. You can't play for 2 years because it takes out all that. If a guy's making $500 million, oh good, fine me $25 million. Fine.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Exactly,
this is great. Now you can't play for 2 years. You're practically out of the league.
That's true.
It's smart.
Yeah, especially if you're running.
But at the same time, I'm giving them an example. Like, right, we know Mike Trout is a huge Eagles fan, right?
Sure.
Obviously, Mike Trout's one of the biggest stars in the world. He's
But
not going to do anything like that. But where's the slippery slope where a basketball player is a fan of a football team and is a friend of a football player and bets a player prop?
I was wondering if you were going to reference
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, imagine if they just, even
They're
in
all
passing,
friends with each other.
Hey, listen, buddy. What? I got a huge bet. Why don't you just go over these yards?
Exactly.
Try. You're altering the game.
I always
You
think,
can.
I
You
think
really
it's weird,
can.
by the way, that even though these guys are all
I don't know.
fantasy too. It's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's like some of these guys
Yeah.
you literally can see on social media. They'll openly say, "I care about fantasy,"
Yeah.
and then they're going to try to get the extra yards and pad the stats. And then other guys will go out of their way to not care about the fantasy and to screw the fans just because they don't care about the fantasy.
You know what's funny? Where is the difference between that and Pete Rose? Where's the difference? You're actually altering a game.
The Pete is I got lots of Pete.
But it's the same. But it's this. The concept is that's why you can't gamble, because you're going to alter a game because of a bet, a monetary bet. Where is the difference in what you just said? You're altering the game, even if it's positive.
No, you are. Because of fantasy or because of a bet.
And there's the slippery slope. Oh,
Yeah.
well, what's the big deal if you're altering it in a positive way by trying to rush for more yards?
No.
What happens when you go the other way?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they don't want you to go the other way.
What happens?
They don't care if you go harder. They don't want you to go softer.
What happens when a degenerate who's an actual athlete says to another player, "Listen, I'm going to make a lot of money. Just try to go under. try. Look, you're probably going to get around this many yards anyway. Just try to go a little under.
Yeah, no,
Just
Ferrari,
try."
I'll give you a Ferrari.
And it happens. And
They do it all
it's
the
a slippery
time.
slope. It could happen.
That's true. I like your Texas hat, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I like this hat too. I'm not even a huge Texas fan. I just like the hat. I'm a Bijan fan though. What do you guys think? Listen, I'm not saying this to talk to myself or just to talk to Brown Dog. Tell me what you think. I want to hear, because to be honest, I don't even know if I'm right. It's just an opinion, and I don't even know how I feel about it. I just feel like I could see that happening. Can you guys see that happening? Just in a slope kind of a way. It's like before you know it, in 2 years, 3 years, it gets out of control. You know? It's interesting. It's an interesting conversation. Okay, remember how this works. It's the greens you're looking for. It's the greens. B-Rob. It's the greens you're looking for. And we're looking for the explosion or the kaboom. There's a green. Damien. What do you guys think? No? Green of B-Rob. Nice rookie for Washington. The JT green. Carson Strong. Matty Ice green. No? Nobody thinks anything? Let me just get through this. I think everybody just wants me to get through this break fast. We don't want to talk. We just want to get through this break fast. I get it. Eric Easy E green. Exactly, Buckeye. I think that's bad. To be honest. CT Buckeye. Who's monitoring what fantasy leagues these players are playing for money in? It's being monitored? Eckler green. I didn't even think of that, and I should have. Aaron Rodgers jersey piece. Is that game used? Nope, not from anything. It's just Aaron Rodgers. The whole fantasy idea is scary. I'll tell you that right now. Waller green. I don't believe that NFL players should be allowed to play in fantasy leagues, or at least monetary fantasy leagues. Too hard. It's just no reason. CD Lamb green. Now what? What would we be perpetrating, or whatever the word would be, on their rights? We'd be infringing on their rights? Come on. You're a goddamn NFL football player, and you know what the truth is yeah, you deserve it. You deserve the money you make. Look, the fact is that what's the league minimum? $750,000. If you make an NFL franchise roster, the minimum salary is $750,000. Yeah, you have to give up some of your rights when you're doing that well in life, and that's one of the rights you have to give up. Sorry, you can't gamble on your sport. You just can't bet. Mike Evans. Numbered card, Michael Thomas. It's not numbered, but it's Michael Thomas for the Saints. Special insert. Green of Burks. Green of Michael Carter for the Jets. It's an interesting conversation. Ugh. Darius Toney. It is. It's $750,000. Look it up. That's the minimum salary. They have to pay you that if you make an NFL roster, a 53-man roster. It's insane. It's insane. And remember, that word is what it is. I mean, that's not what guys are making. It's not. That is legitimately the league minimum. They have to pay you that. And I wonder how many guys actually get paid that amount. I don't think it's going to be that many. I got to assume most make $1 million each. I'm sure there's some special teamers and whatnot that, that get the $750 minimum. Hey, LJ. Well, and you see why. Because he was Mr. Irrelevant and was supposed to be a third-string quarterback. At best. It's amazing he hasn't held out. But he got injured. That's good for him that he didn't. My Brock. I call him my Brock. He is my Brock. And I'm allowed. Because everybody gave me grief about him. People still do. No one wants to admit it. No one wants to admit he's a good quarterback. It's really kind of crazy. It is really weird. It's like everybody just wants to fight it. It's like it offends people. It's really funny. You know what I mean? Lamb Jack Green. Green of Jefferson, best in the world. Green of Muma. Muma for the Jaguars. That's brutal. Dimes green. You know what? That game tomorrow morning it's good for you East Coasters. It's going to be brutal for me. What is it? Falcons Jaguars. It's at 6:30 in the morning our time. Who the hell is going to be up at 6:30 a.m.? I know I'm not. Maybe I will. But I do know, guys, I put that bet in for the fight tonight. I put that bet in. Hollywood. On Canelo. Rounds 4 through 6, 7 through 9, and 10 through 12. So, as long as Charlo doesn't win, and Canelo doesn't either win by decision or knock him out in the first 3 rounds, or end it in the first 3 rounds, I will win a bunch of money. Not a bunch. The minimum I can win is like 300. And the max is like 5. And I get scooped. And if Charlo wins, or Canelo wins by decision, or stops the fight in the first 3 rounds, I lose $300. You know what? To me, way better than betting money line. Nick Bonito. Way better than betting money line on Canelo. Canelo's money line is minus 420. It's just so high. Mac. Games in London, Otis, yes. Tomorrow morning's game, Falcons Jaguars, is in London. Gosling. Watson on the green. Elijah Moore, the brownie. Still goes to the Jets in this product. Devontae jersey piece. Eagles. My Bama boy. My Bama boy. Waller. Before he was a Giant. I'll probably be asleep too. Everybody hit those like buttons for us. Keep people in here because this break will be done soon enough. I'm trying to go through it as fast as I can. Carl Laftis. CD again. I'm not even going to case any of this. I'm just going to sleeve it all. Just going to sleeve it all. It's a good break. It's just it kills rooms, so we got to get through it quick. Because as you see, it's kind of boring. You're waiting for the auto or autos or the numbered cards, and you're waiting for the short print. You're mainly just waiting for the short print. Not a very exciting break to watch. He'll renegotiate after this season as long as he doesn't get hurt. Just don't even worry about it. I guarantee you he'll be getting, millions after the season. Oh, and how about, I have Debo on my fantasy team. He's not going to play Sunday, is he? They're not going to play Debo, are they? I mean, I think that's only logical to assume that they're not going to play him. This is in their opinion, this has got to be one of the easiest games on their schedule for them to win. So why would they, when Debo's a little bit banged up, why would they play him? They sure are. They sure are, Ryan. There's Debo. Speak of the devil. Good one, LJ. Malik Green. Good Malik. David Montgomery. He's reborn with the Lions. Run CMC. Jordan Davis. Like him. Yeah, Debo's not going to play, right? So I got to sit him. Mike Williams. Poor Mike Williams. Jalen Tolbert. Miles and Miles of Sanders. Yes, he does, PT Rex. He sure does. Zonovan. Zonovan's on another team now. Pittman. That's what we do when we see his cards. We give a little chuckle. Vila screen. Jimmy Robinson. Sertain Island. Come on, where's the auto? Green Jerome Ford. Green Chubber. Get well soon, Chubber. All right. All right, we're almost there. We're almost done. Cooper. Damian Green. Kirky. Stephon Diggs. Dobbs. Dobbsy's pretty good. Dobbsy for the Packers is pretty damn good. Impressed with him. Dotson Green. Come on. Where are we at? Stephon Diggs jersey piece. Ray Lewis. Micah. Green of Jelani Woods. AJ. Pickett. Keontae Ingram. Lamb again. All right, that's something down there. Ooh, all right, to 50, but it's Mariota. Marcus Mariota wave to 50. It's a nice looking card. Are we really not going to get a short print? Are we not going to get anything? Stafford. Oh, come on. Really? Dalvin. Really? Oh, God, we're getting beat. We got beat. We got beat. No nothing in this case. No auto. No short print. Sorry. I apologize on behalf of Panini of America. That is ridiculous. No short print, no auto. Waste of our time and money. Okie dokie. That was horrible. I don't even want to show you a recap. I don't even want to show you guys a recap. That was absolutely horrible. There's supposed to be one autograph in here per case. There's supposed to be a short print. More than one numbered card. That was terrible. That was absolutely a joke. And it was upsetting. I really don't even... I don't even want to recap this, but I will. For Derek's sake. What a piece of crap case. I will not be putting another one, even though we have like 6 cases or 5 cases of this left, I will not be putting another one in the store for a while. It's going to take a while to get over this one. Even when it doesn't have a short print, normally it has at least 1 or 2 autos. These are all the special green cards. Mariota to 50. That was horrendous. Apologies for that. Let's get into good stuff now. Let's get into good